Alright, here's Ultra Magnus out of the box. He comes originally packaged in his robot mode, but I wanted to transform him real quick. That's when I kind of, I didn't really look at the packaging. I mean, I knew I wanted it. I was going to get it regardless. But I was a little bit disappointed when I realized that the cab wasn't like the G1 or Generations version, where it actually made a alternate version of Optimus Prime, essentially, where they took and it was the cab just repainted, and then you put the armor on, and it's Ultra Magnus. With this one, though, they actually really stepped up their engineering, and this guy is not a parts former like Ultra Magnus was. This guy, without even disconnecting the cab, because it can come off separately and all that, you can transform him back into the robot without taking anything off. The only thing you have to swap around is his weapon. And that was like really surprising when I actually transformed him. And the transformation wasn't that bad. The only thing that I needed a little help with was making sure I was putting these in the right positions and everything. And yeah, for the most part, it was pretty intuitive. I was really surprised. So it kind of redeemed itself there after I got him transformed into rig mode here. But yeah, pretty cool. Just as a comparison, real quick, I don't have a G1 Ultra Magnus, unfortunately. But I do have a G1 Prime, and I got a Generation Ultra Magnus in truck mode here, and in robot mode as well. So, just kind of give you an idea of what he looks like with some of the other figures and stuff. So there we go. Now in the box you also get a big instruction sheet, which is pretty cool. It's in Japanese, of course, all black and white. Take it to the back, but on the back gives you a history of Ultra Magnus. And you got the G1 Magnus, and then repaint. Is that the Energon or RID Ultra Magnus? I'm not sure. Power Armor Ultra. I'm not even sure what these. I know these are all like G1 guys. And then the last one that I had out of here was the MP2, which he was really cool. I was hoping that they would do one like that, but then you add armor onto it. That was I think that was the Laser Optimus Prime Scourge mold version of Ultra Magnus. And you get into the Prime version. Anyway, like I was saying on the back of the instructions, yeah, you got like all the different Prime versions and alternators and another Prime. Was it Fall or War for Cybertron, and then the other Masterpiece figures that have come out since the reboot, basically, Autobot wise. So you got Prime, which I got him. I don't have a Bumblebee. I got Wheeljack on the way. Smoke Screens on the way. Blue Streak and Silver Streak are somewhere. I think those guys kind of got kicked to the curb in the garage, because I got the KO version of Silver Streak and all that, and then I got Prowl and Lambor, or Sideswipe, whatever you want to call him, and then of course I got the Red Alert here, and then there's Decepticons, of course. But anyway, also in the box you get a card, which has been like the standard. I think they've been doing this for a while. Even the third-party guys do it. Gives you his stats, and there's a picture of him in robot mode. And it says robot mode underneath, just in case. Pretty cool. Just not digging the red bumper. Like, I always like the silver bumper better. The silver bumper on there, chrome. So maybe there'll be a third party. I haven't actually looked to see what it would entail to remove that. Worst case scenario, I can take it off and cover it with the bare metal foil. I've used that with model kits before, and if I were to display him in truck mode, I would probably just go ahead and do that, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be in robot mode, and in that mode it doesn't really matter. Also, you get the a set of two hands that are designed to hold the Matrix of Leadership that Butterfingers here dropped in the Transformers animated movie. And the way it works is they just there's a slit down the middle of the hand there, so you can put this one in. I think probably the one that came with MP1, that scale. You can it looks like you can hold different scale matrices in here, which is pretty cool. And then to go with that is the, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just dropped the Matrix of Leadership face that comes with this guy. And the face can actually store inside the cab, which I might do. I may not. I may just put these guys, all these parts together, just to keep them together. Because if I'm going to use it, that's probably how I'll use them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It did come with 2 little human figures, much like this. Was it Spike? It came with MP10, but you get Daniel and a more adult Spike here, and these guys are staying in the packaging. I don't really have any reason to take them out. There's no place. It doesn't look like there's any place to set them in the cab. Maybe you could, but I wouldn't anyway. So they're staying in the packaging for sure. And that's it. So let me transform this guy into robot mode. I'm not going to do it on camera because it's like a lot of steps. It's kind of fiddly and it's a little awkward. But the extra transformation is not too bad. So I'd recommend check out Optobotomus if you want to see the transformation. And I haven't seen anybody else's videos. I get notices whenever people's videos come up. That's why I was surprised to learn that this guy was built the way he was as opposed to being an MP10 with an add-on trailer. But still really cool. I am kind of glad I let myself be surprised by this one. However, in the future, I'm definitely going to do some research before I plunk down on this. Because like after this, I don't know. There's like not anybody else I'm really looking forward to that I don't already know what the mold is like. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this guy into robot mode. Alright, something real quick I just wanted to go over with this guy, with Ultra Magnus here, is you can swap out his faces. Let me get one out here. I already put the other one up, but basically you get the extra face, and it looks like that blurry blob there. Like that has the hole in the middle of it. And you take off the front part of his helmet. You just kind of like lift up on the front of it, and it pops right off. And you just got to like put the little hole on the peg, like that. Blurry. And then go up here. And they did an homage to the G1 head up there. It's white with the blue eyes and all that, and pretty cool. Just got to put that on there. It's supposed to snap right on. There you go. Just like that. And then for the matrix, you just got to lift up the blue part. The windows pop open. And there's his empty chamber. I'm not going to snap it all the way in, but then you just got to stick your matrix of leadership in there. Which goes in there really easy, so I did it one-handed. So for now, I'll just keep that in there. And never be found again. Okay. Cool. So there we go. A couple extra little things there. Yeah. There you go. So thanks again for watching, guys. Alright, and here's Citizen Stack. Ultra Magnus. It is robot mode. Pretty cool figure. Yeah, I didn't get the measurements on this guy, but he's pretty big. Let me grab the MP10 Prime here. I'll put him on this side. There we go. So you can see, pretty good bit larger considering he's. Let's see, that's actually side by side there. So there we go. Just to show you the size comparison and all that. Let's check out this guy's articulation now. I always like going over the accessories first. So you got like his fingers wrap around the weapon there, and just gotta do the thing where you unpin the peg from the slot, which I'm really glad they started doing this on like a lot of figures. It works out really well. So you got that, and then the missiles, the launchers themselves don't come off, but you can, with a little bit of effort on mine anyway. You can pull a missile out if you wanted to, and it's shaped like it's going to go into a spring-loaded launcher, which is interesting. Yeah, so we'll start at the top. So he's got a ball jointy head. Get all kinds of ball jointy movement out of that guy, full 360 if you want to, and all that. And it's actually part of the transformation to do that, and whatever. Then when you flip over the rig, it's got a big old Ultra Magnus head poking out. Then the shoulders have a full 360 around joint, and then there's a little bit of a, like you can see with the part of the transformation, you get that funky joint right there, but inside of that is a nice ratchety thing, so depending on how much movement you need, you can kind of make the joint flex around. Then you got a swivel here at the top of the bicep, an elbow, and then you got a ball jointed wrist. And then, like I said, it showed earlier, the thumb doesn't move, but the forefinger is separate from the other 3 fingers there. No waist movement. You do get a nice clicky waist joint, or leg joint rather. The little waist armor pieces move up and down. That's like the full range right there, pretty much. There's a nice little twist to it up at the top. Nothing here at the below the knee though. As far as that, you do get a nice clicky knee joint, and then the other joint is down here at the foot, and it has like just like the third party Ultra Magnus. You get the angled thing. Now, something's cool with the transformation that I figured out, which is kind of obvious, is you can have the wheels out like this, or you can use the little those things right there, and all it does is if you want to use one or the other, you just got to pull down the wheels, and then they rotate, and then you push them back up. So, yeah, pretty cool. He put his weapon back in his hand. Now, I think I do somewhere have one of the third-party add-on weapons for him. I think I have his blaster, but it's done in silver. So I have to look that up and see what it looks like. But, yeah, pretty cool figure. I do think he's a little overpriced, but he is Takara. I didn't wait to get him. I got him as soon as, you know, he came out. Sometimes you can wait a little bit, and they get a little bit cheaper. You can use a discount, but I was afraid this guy was going to, like, run out or whatever, and didn't want to miss out on him without having to, you know, go back and pay, you know, $500 for it or whatever. But, yeah, pretty cool figure. I'll bring out the, I'll just grab it right here. You guys consider look at Ultra Magnus for a minute while I grab the, I forgot who did this third party, but this was my first third party transformer that I got, and it's just basically the add-on armor for the Generations Ultra Magnus, which is right here. So, got that, and then, let's see. I really wish I had the G1 Ultra Magnus to show you, because he really looked just like that. Like, Ultra Magnus was just this big blocky block thing, but then he had like no articulation. He was just a brick, just a literal brick. But then you come along and you get this guy that's based on the Generations Ultra Magnus. You can see a couple of bits and pieces kind of poking out, the legs and the waist and stuff from the back. This one does have the feet all the way down there. But the one thing you notice too is there is a lot more detail on this guy, and as far as this goes, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a sticker set from Repro Labels coming out, because I know there's like the tail lights and some other details, some chest stickers. I think somebody's making some 3D printed shoulder icons now, so you just being a sticker, like this has stickers on it. So I don't know, I might do that. We'll see. But I definitely will get regular decals. But yeah, this guy's massive. He's over, well, he's got to be over 10 inches tall. He's probably close to 13 inches tall, I imagine. I don't have my tape measure, or I would measure him for you guys real quick. But yeah, you know, I'm going to say, if you don't have this guy, I mean, unless you're just a super Transformer, Takara, and Ultra Magnus fan, I'd say you pass, because he's a little pricey. I would hope that if he had the cab that transformed into the robot by itself. But it is pretty cool. They made him like a non-parts former. They just took everything that was good about the G1 version, which was an upgraded Optimus, but they took the Optimus out but made it a non-parts former. So it's really cool. I would give this guy a 8 out of 10, and that's just based on the fact he has really good engineering, a really cool transformation, but he is kind of overpriced. I'm going to take off 2 full points for that, because I think you could have got, I don't know, it seems like there's just something missing. I don't know if it's the fact that I was really hoping to have that additional robot option for him, but oh well. But comment down here below and like it somewhere in here, and then subscribe buttons around here somewhere. Keep on playing with your toys, because I do, mostly just when I do reviews. And thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so here's the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus out of the packaging, and you know what, I was a little bit disappointed with this guy, just to be honest. He comes packaged in the in his robot form, which is all blah 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 blah.